to Capital Markets in Africa. We produce the Into Africa magazine, publication for professionals and the investment community across Africa. I just have a couple of questions for you around the investment you are doing in Sierra Leone. What is BII's long-term vision for investment in Sierra Leone, and how does it align with the country's development priorities?
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Mike. Some really good questions there. So maybe first, let me just talk about BII's priority in markets like Sierra Leone, markets what we call frontier markets. So we, in our new strategy period, are focusing heavily on frontier markets. These are markets that ordinarily would not be receiving foreign direct investments. These are markets that cannot be left behind in terms of access to capital and therefore development. So Sierra Leone is a country we've picked as a priority country where we see a big alignment with the government's priority. Government have what they call the Big Five strategy priorities, and the alignment there for us is along the lines of job creation, empowerment of youth and keeping the youth in quality jobs. There's also a focus on technology and infrastructure. Again, these are very much a key priority focus for us. And then the last point is just around general inclusion. When we look at inclusion, we think about those that are underserved, be it women-owned, women-led businesses, or indigents, local indigents, in terms of them getting access to capital. So I've talked about the frontier markets as a bigger priority. Sierra Leone is within that, and then our alignment to government's own key priorities is really where the focus is for us over the next 5 years.
When we're talking about infrastructure, what reforms or initiatives have impressed you the most?
So infrastructure, you cut across either energy, which is a priority for BII, it's also a priority for the government of Sierra Leone. We talk about transport and logistics, ports, free trade zones, and just all general logistics around moving of goods from the ports to the hinterlands. So these are what I define as infrastructure. We also have in there telecom infrastructure. So what has impressed me, or what are the areas that I see an alignment with government? So the energy side, the government of Sierra Leone are very much focused on trying to see how they can get green energy onto the Sierra Leonean grid. We, alongside other DFIs, have invested in a project called Planet Solar. This is a 50 megawatt solar plant in Sierra Leone where government created the enabling environment in terms of legislation to allow the private sector to come in and invest capital and ultimately be able to build a plant that sells electrons onto the grid, which the people of Sierra Leone can then have access to. So government's focus on energy, I would say, is a particular area of interest for us. I think there's a lot still to be done, but government is moving in the right trajectory. And recently, the government of Sierra Leone are coming and aligning themselves with the World Bank energy program called M300. And I think that's a very positive step by government in indicating that they are open for business and want to work with the private sector in the energy space.
Thank you so much for that. I see today you are joined by Ashid Ashok Katai, MD EcoBank, Sierra Leone, and a veritable partnership is being led here by yourselves. Sebastian, could you please give us some insight into this partnership, the impact it's having, and the way forward?
Thank you very much. The transaction that we did in Sierra Leone with BII is actually a deepening of an existing partnership because we have been partners with them for some time now. We've done a prior transaction with our subsidiary in France, and late last year we signed a $25 million risk-sharing agreement with BII that allows us to extend financing SMEs in various sectors, particularly looking at agribusiness, trying to support SMEs that are within manufacturing areas, and also trying to drive clean energy developments. It's really been exciting. For example, you would see that a company called SoPure signed an agreement here. This was one of the first investments that we made out of the partnership agreement we signed with BII. We also supported companies supporting Capital Foods. We've also been able to support warehouse development, logistics developments as well. The impact has been not only in the lending that we do, but the partnership has allowed us to extend credit over much longer tenors than we typically would have done. And that supports capital development, which actually does a lot more job creation than we otherwise would have done. As we look forward in this partnership, we're going to put more emphasis in like agribusiness. You'll be seeing some announcements coming out in that space. We're going to be putting more emphasis also on renewable energy projects. And the beauty of the partnership, apart from the risk sharing, it also has a technical assistance facility that improves our capacity in areas like agri and areas like renewable energy, where in the past we would not have done as much. So we're really excited about it for the future.
I think the final word for me around Sierra Leone specifically is Sierra Leone is a country full of opportunities. In some of the discussions today, we heard that, I guess, in the last couple of years, over $700 million have been invested into Sierra Leone. So not just the $100 million that BII has invested over the last couple of years, but 700 by BII and other investors. So for me, that's a testament on the opportunity that exists in Sierra Leone specifically.
Fantastic, thank you so much. Sebastian, you have any final words you might want to share?
Indeed, ECOB has been in Sierra Leone for 19 years. It's been an investment for us. We intend to be there for the long term, and I would advise any coming in to look at excellent partnerships that can give them the kind of local knowledge that they need to be able to deploy the capital that they want. And I would also recommend that they have a long-term view, like what we've done.
Thank you, Gagan. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good, well done.